Hi, and welcome to Buck's Midweek Show. The show that I do in the middle of the week, as opposed to other times, I suppose. This week, I talk about some fucking stuff. In particular, the obscenities. I have long been obsessed with obscenities. From a young age, I found saying fuck as much as possible really made me happy. Perhaps it was perhaps it was a rebellious streak or an anti-social aspect of some sort, but I tend to find that I don't generally have those types of impulses. Instead, I am much more likely to go along with the flow or not make waves or, do something, constructive, perhaps. So I always found this to be interesting. And so I look further into it, and I find that there is just no reason that obscenities cannot be spoken in society. I feel like if there is a synonym for the word that you are using that is more acceptable, then you are putting some sort of strange intrinsic value on the letters being used to construct this word. And as such, I find it to be ridiculous. I mean, with fuck, you could just as easily say sex. Or for shit, you could say poop, feces, crap, all sorts of that kind of stuff. For ass, you can say butt, or, all sorts of things, badonk-donk. And the list goes on and on and on from there. Or, what's considered often the worst one, cunt, is vagina, or I think it's a vagina, it might be a clit, I don't know. I am not an expert in such areas, such as vaginas and clits, because I look like this. Anyways. So I am, very much opposed to that sort of senseless restriction, so I have used that sort of, not necessarily anger, but sort of flustered nature of my thoughts, and lashed back against the, I don't know if it's the establishment, but against those who do not understand words very well. So, I have taken to Mimesis as my favorite method of getting my swearing across. And for those of you who don't actively look up the weirdest words you can find on a regular basis, Mimesis is T-M-E-S-I-S, the only word that starts with T-M in your dictionary. And it just means putting a word inside another word, usually for emphasis, like abso-fucking-lutely or in-fucking-credible. So, I've generally found putting that in other aspects of language works to a very pleasant effect for me. and things like I recently put up a tweet that had a left-facing bracket, the word fucking, and a right-facing bracket. This is an old one of mine. This is I fucking I, where you put a Temesis in the middle of a one-letter word. And, you know, things like, fucking kin that are quite humorous as well. So, from that, I've just come to a point where it's almost second nature, which is not good when you work with a bunch of old ladies in an office like I do. That creates a situation where, watching myself is tantamount. Yawn. So, right now it's sort of pushing that other way. I find that in popular culture, it is becoming more acceptable, but it is not quite at the level yet where, you could say anything you want on network TV whenever you want. This whole shit about, broadcast TV and radio is so antiquated in the internet age, where you can't swear on, something we put over the airwaves, but, one click of the mouse and you're watching some dirty lesbians. So, that is the Buck Midweek show for this week. If you like my opinions, I'm happy. If you don't like my opinions, I'm unhappy. If you don't like that my shoulder occasionally appears unclothed, well, sacre bleu. Anywho, I bid you all a pleasant day and a more pleasant tomorrow. Adios.